vou falar para vocês sobre a história da Bela Adormecida, mas não é aquela Bela Adormecida que você conhece dos contos de fadas infantis. Essa Bela Adormecida nunca acordou e muitos alpinistas passaram por ela por vários anos ao tentar chegar no cume do Everest. Oi, eu sou a Nanda e esta é a série Listen If You Dare. Se você gosta de casos de crimes não solucionados, histórias sobrenaturais, teorias da conspiração, essa série é para você. Principalmente se você quer praticar a sua audição, o seu listening no inglês de forma fácil. Me segue!
High on Mount Everest, above 8,500 meters, lies a place climbers call the Death Zone.
At that altitude, there's only 1/3 of the oxygen available at sea level. When you're there, your body is literally dying. Every step feels impossible. Every breath burns. And every decision you take there can mean a difference between life and death. It's here that one of the Everest's most heartbreaking stories unfolded. The story of Francys Arsentiev. That's the name of the woman that the mountain calls, until today, the Sleeping Beauty of Everest. Francys was an experienced American mountaineer, but she wasn't reckless. She had spent several years climbing the world's highest peaks, but Everest was different. And her dream was to become the first American woman to summit Everest without supplemental oxygen. So, in May 1998, she and her husband, Sergey, began their final push towards the summit. Against incredible odds, they actually made it. But on Everest, the summit is only halfway. The real challenge is coming back down. During the descent, something went terribly wrong because their climb had taken longer than expected. Remember I told you before that in the death zone, your body is actually dying? So they had some problems while they were going up, and they actually slept at the death zone for more than one night. Actually, on the day they reached the summit, they should have gone back because they were already exhausted and they had run out of time and strength. So when they started going down, it was dark and Francys was very weak. So Sergey told her to wait there in the death zone so that he would go down a little bit further to try to get help and to get some oxygen. They were separated in the darkness, and Francys was left alone in the death zone, freezing, exhausted, running out of oxygen. Meanwhile, Sergey was desperately trying to climb back up to his wife. He carried oxygen, he carried hope, but he never returned. His body was found later on the mountain. Many people believe he died or he fell while he was trying to reach Francys. Nobody knows, but he died trying to save her. Francys was still in the death zone. She had spent the whole night there. The next morning, other climbers passed by her. They found her while they were climbing up. And believe it or not, she was still alive, barely, disoriented from severe altitude sickness and hypothermia. She could barely move. According to several accounts, she whispered, "Don't leave me, I'm American, don't leave me." She was like in a looping, always repeating the same thing. And those words would haunt the climbers forever. But here's a question that many people ask. Why didn't they save her? Why didn't they take her down? Well, the thing is, people don't realize that when you are over 8,000 meters, as I said before, you only have 1/3 of the oxygen available at sea level. So imagine, it's already difficult to carry a person here at sea level. So imagine doing it at 8,000 meters above sea level. That's almost impossible. And stopping for too long means that everyone dies. The climbers faced an impossible decision. If they stayed there to try to help her, they might never come home. If they left, they knew exactly what would happen. And one by one, they started going down. Francys remained where she died. Her blonde hair spread across the snow. For years, she became one of Everest's most well-known landmarks. Climbers passing that section couldn't avoid seeing her. Her peaceful appearance led the climbers to give her a nickname, the Sleeping Beauty of Everest. And that's a reminder that the mountain never forgets. In 2007, nearly a decade later, two climbers organized a mission called the Tower of Everest. Their mission wasn't to recover her body, but simply to remove her body out of the main climbing route, so that other climbers couldn't pass directly by her. Her exact resting place has never been publicly revealed, out of respect, but she still lies on Everest. People say Everest is beautiful, and it is, but it is also a place where dreams and lives can disappear forever. Because sometimes the hardest part is not reaching the top, it's coming back. And somewhere high above the clouds, the legend of the Sleeping Beauty is still there to remind every climber and every person who wants to try to reach the summit of Everest that Everest always has the final word. So tell me, would you like to try to summit Everest? Would you do that? And what do you think of people who actually do that? Try to risk their lives in order to reach the highest peak of the world? Tell me in the comments.